This is the story of an extraordinary friendship between a man and a capybara, sparked by a simple act of kindness and grown into an unexpected bond that took the man by surprise. Luciano had always been fascinated by nature, but he never expected that his daily walks along the riverbank would change his life. One summer morning, as he wandered through the lush greenery of the wetlands near his home, he spotted an unusual sight. A lone capybara standing motionless near the water's edge. The creature's deep brown eyes met his, filled with curiosity but tinged with caution. Luciano knew that capybaras were social animals that thrived in groups, so seeing one alone was rare. He remained still, allowing the animal to observe him, hoping to earn its trust. Over the next few days, Luciano made a habit of visiting the same spot, hoping to see the capybara again. To his delight, the animal was always there, watching from a safe distance. He started bringing small offerings, fruits and vegetables to gently place near the water. The capybara, whom he named Capi, hesitated at first, but eventually accepted the food once Luciano stepped back. This small act of trust marked the beginning of something special. Each visit, the gap between them grew smaller, their silent exchanges deepening their bond. One day, as Luciano sat on a rock reading, he felt a presence beside him. Turning slowly, he found Capi sitting a few feet away, calmly nibbling on a carrot. It was the first time the capybara had voluntarily approached him. Luciano smiled, realizing that Capi was no longer just a curious animal, he was a friend. It was the start of an unspoken understanding between man and beast, built on patience and respect. With each passing day, Capi's trust in Luciano grew stronger. The once cautious capybara began venturing closer, even allowing Luciano to sit beside him without hesitation. Luciano respected Capi's space, never forcing interaction, letting their friendship evolve naturally. He noticed that Capi had scars on his body, likely from past encounters with predators or rival capybaras. It made Luciano wonder about his past. Why was he alone? Had he been abandoned or driven away from his group? One afternoon, as a sudden downpour drenched the wetlands, Luciano hurried to take shelter under a tree. To his amazement, Capi followed him, huddling nearby instead of fleeing. It was a profound moment. Capi had chosen trust over instinctive fear. For the first time, Luciano reached out his hand, letting it hover near Capi's fur. Slowly, the capybara sniffed, and then, in an unexpected display of trust, allowed Luciano to gently touch his back. The warmth of his fur beneath Luciano's fingers solidified their connection. From that moment on, their bond deepened. Luciano would often talk to Capi as he sat by the river, sharing stories of his childhood and his love for the land. Though Capi couldn't understand the words, he always listened, his calm presence offering silent companionship. The once solitary capybara had found a friend, and Luciano felt honored to be part of his world. As the weeks turned into months, Luciano noticed that Capi was not as alone as he had once thought. A small group of capybaras began appearing near the river, observing from a distance. They were cautious at first, sensing the unusual bond between a human and one of their own. Capi, however, showed no fear. Instead, he seemed to encourage the others, his body language relaxed and inviting. Slowly but surely, the group started to accept Luciano's presence, drawn by Capi's trust in him. One evening, Luciano was sitting by the water when a young capybara tentatively approached. It was a bold move, considering how wary wild animals usually were. But Capi, ever the leader, reassured the young one, nudging him closer. Luciano remained still, heart swelling with emotion, as the capybara sniffed his outstretched hand before scampering back to safety. It was the first step toward acceptance, not just from Capi, but from his family as well. Days later, as Luciano watched the capybaras bask in the sun, he realized he had become part of their world in a way he never imagined. He was no longer just an observer. He was welcomed, trusted, and respected. His kindness had created a bridge between two vastly different species, proving that compassion could transcend even the deepest barriers of fear. Years passed, but Luciano and Capi's bond never wavered. The once solitary capybara had become a leader within his group, and his trust in Luciano had remained unwavering. Though the wetlands changed with the seasons, their friendship remained constant. Luciano continued his daily visits, bringing fresh food and spending hours by the river, watching the capybaras live in peace. One day, as Luciano sat with Capi by his side, a pair of tourists passing by stopped to observe. They marveled at how comfortable the wild animal was around him, capturing the moment with their cameras. But to Luciano, their friendship was not a spectacle, it was a lesson. It was proof that kindness, patience, and respect could form the most unexpected and unbreakable bonds. As the sun set over the river, Luciano gave Capi a final gentle pat before standing to leave. Capi watched him go but did not follow. He had his family now, and Luciano knew that his place was among them. Yet, he also knew that whenever he returned, Capi would be there, waiting, just as he always had. Their story was not just one of friendship, but of trust, resilience, and the simple yet profound beauty of a bond between two souls. One human, one capybara,